Hello. It's me again. Welcome to Flosstube episode... Meow. Episode 4. Episode 4. And if you just finished watching my knitting podcast and you're watching this, I apologize. I am a little out of it today as I have taken some sinus medication for the headache I woke up with, which was lovely. Petrie is roaming and mewling in the back. She wouldn't talk to me earlier, but now apparently she needs to. And, disclaimer, as I said before, in previous Flosstubes, I dye yarn for a living. And today is an update day, and I've been working really hard to get it all done. And, yeah. So, not as much stitching as I would have liked to have gotten done this week. However, I did manage to get quite a bit done because I ended up knitting too much and I hurt myself. And I couldn't knit, but I could stitch. So, also, I'm thinking if anyone in the Flosstube community happens to know, because I dye yarn, I don't want to dye Ada because I am, how do I say it, not adventurous very much in the Ada. I like the gingerbread from Picture This Plus. That is a stretch for me. I am used to, whatever color I can get at the Joann's or Michael's that is nearest me. I don't know that I would start dyeing Ada, but I would like to try dyeing some silk. Because the dyes I use work on silk. They work on any plant-based fiber. I don't believe they work on cotton, or not plant-based. They work on animal fiber. It's wool, nylon, and silk, I believe, is what it works on. So if anyone knows where to get some plain silk, then I could maybe experiment with that, just to try it out. I don't know. Do tell me if anyone knows. If you don't know, whatever, it's all cool. I just thought it would be interesting to try, just because I do it with yarn already. And now into what I've been whipping on. Whipping on? That just sounds bad. Okay, so as we all recall, I've been working on Stevie. Stevie looks like this. Stevie is really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I just said this on the podcast, but I just booked a trip to go visit my mother. I'm so excited. There's a store that is both yarn and cross stitch. I'm pretty sure I can make that a whole day-long event. And in Canadian dollars, I could buy everything and it wouldn't matter. So this is how far I've gotten on Stevie. You can see I've got Jareth watching over her. And we've got the hair. This is the bottom of the dress. I'm working my way up, and then I'm going to switch to working my way down. This is where the arm goes. This is where the other arm comes in. So the bodice is getting pretty close to done. I realized after I went to Michael's to get the missing floss, I got the wrong missing floss. So I have to go back. It's such a hardship. I don't know if you can tell how big of a hardship it is. It's a hardship. I'm missing one color. I could probably find it in something else. Like, it's probably kitted into something else. I'm pretty sure that color exists in my stash somewhere, but I'm just not willing to go and look because I'm lazy like that. So, she is getting somewhere. She is gorgeous. The one thing I've noticed when I'm working on this is, and I'm umming way too much today, and that would really bug me as a viewer, so I apologize emphatically for that. I know people have said that we shouldn't be apologizing so much, but as a Canadian, it is like natural reflex, It's like breathing. This is 28 count gingerbread Lugana by Picture This Plus. I am noticing on the 28 count I am much more deliberate, so it takes me longer than if I were working on 14 count, because for some reason picking out 14 count does not bug me, picking out 18 count doesn't bug me, 16, whatever. the idea of picking out, and I did have to pick out, not sure if you can see right here, I had to pick out a row because I was over by one. That scared me and it bugged me because sometimes you can see the holes that are left behind, and I don't like that. It really gets to me. So I'm very deliberate on my placements. I am not as brave as Kelly from the Evergreen Needle, who has no problem picking out a bunch and will just like go to town. And it bugs her, yes, but no. I can't do it. I have done it, but it bugs me. It sticks in my craw far too much, so I'm very deliberate. It takes me a lot longer to get anywhere. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. That is just the way I stitch. The other thing that got some work, trying not to make everything fall. I did download March for the Snowflower. It is printed out, and I do want to start that on a giant piece I got from Goodwill. I got it at Goodwill. The giant piece I got at Goodwill. I do want to start that. I am inundated with way too many things. That's the problem. I have too many knitting projects and I have too many works in progresses as far as cross stitch, so I need to finish some stuff. Although I am debating just starting a small so I can have a quick finish, because that would make me really happy. I've got way too many big things going on right now. Too many big things. I need a small one so I can finish it and feel like I can start things again. I worked on my whimsical fairy cat. There she is. There she is. I'm calling her she, even though she's like blue and purple. It is the Quick Stitch Bubble Fairy Cat Face by Carrie Hawks. Heaven and Earth Designs. Have I mentioned I need all of these? I need all of these. This gave me my Zen moment. This gave me a Zen moment. I believe it was Sunday night, where I was just, oh yeah, this is good. I didn't even eat. I could have been stitching something like ridiculously ugly. It didn't matter. But this gave me my moment of Zen, where it was like interactive enough that I felt engaged, but I didn't have to think so much that it bugged me. So I just went with the flow. It was very meditative. I reached nirvana while stitching this cat. As you can see, the bubble is done. We have the start of a wing. This is about a quarter of a page. It's 2 pages wide, and then there's like a little chunk on the bottom for a second page. So it's not very big as far as a quick stitch. It's, as you can see, not very big. I've mapped it out on the piece of fabric I have. I'm just really liking it. I'm really liking not thinking. I had to pick up another color. I was missing one color, so when I went to Michael's I picked it up with the other mystery color for Stevie that subsequently was not the right color. I put these on notes in my phone. Like I have, where's my phone? Here, I can show you. I know everybody's got apps for things, but I'm old school and a bit of a Luddite, so in my notes app, so I changed it, so now I know what I need. It's the Gypsy Queen. I need 838 times 2, but I've got them listed. So I've got like my year starts, my cast on, blah blah blah, my blood pressure, which has nothing to do with you. So the things I want to get done, the year starts, what I'm going to start each month. There's a 12 bags challenge I'm doing with knitting, and what's in those 12 bags, what patterns go with those. A book I want, I'll put in books I want to buy or get for the Kindle or whatever. I've got like an entire list for Maleficent, who I want to make. I believe I have the full one and not the quick stitch. I'm not sure. But I put in every number. I go through my stash of DMC, which I'm trying to finish. Like I literally just go in and buy like a row when they're on sale and take it home. And then I kit up. When I kit up, I start going through the DMC that I have, and then I move into going out and getting them. But I have Maleficent from Heaven and Earth. I really want to do her. But do I need to start another Heaven and Earth? Probably not. I need to start something small. So I'm trying to go through my head of what I have that's small. Plus, I'm trying to wait till March, but then I've got the March for Frosted Pumpkin. There's just too much going on. I need to finish things right now. That's not going to happen on cross stitch. It's just not. Well, maybe I could finish if I went back to this one for a while. The Halloween Arches, because that one is actually pretty easy. I might bring that one back. I don't have a rotation. I know a lot of people have rotations. I've thought about doing a rotation. I'm not good at it. Bra malfunction. I'm just not good at having rotations because I am whimsical, like this cat. And I randomly pick what I want to do, and I decide based on how I'm feeling any given day. If I want to do something really complex, see, I haven't really wanted to be fiddly, so I haven't picked up my Hrumph. I don't know what I think it's been too dark lately for me to really want to work on Frederick because it's on Black Ada. I love my husband, but he does not understand how hard it can be to stitch on Black Ada. So really, and Stevie's been a big motivator. I really just want to work on her all the time, and this fairy cat just makes me happy. So there you have it. I have also been in the process of, sorry for the crinkling, kitting up some stuff because I said I'm going to be visiting my mummy. I'm going home to visit her in Saskatchewan, Canada. And she, sorry, Jiggly, I have to move my foot. My foot needed to move and you just have to suffer for that. I have this book, Jonah Elliott's Native American Cross Stitch, which I love, and I want to do many things. And I was showing my mom, and she really liked them too. And her eyesight's getting a little worse. So when I showed her like that, she really likes them. And I said, well, you know, Mom, 14 count she can do, but it's still, it's a bit rough for her. I said, why don't I kit it up on 11 count for you? She's like, you can do that? I was like, yeah, I can. I can just go and get, like, I have to kit up whatever you want in it out of the, or whatever you want in it. Whatever you want to cross stitch out of this book anyway has to be kit up. So I will kit it up for you. I will get you some 11 count. I will figure that out. I'll get you the DMC. I'll get you, you know, I'll get it all together, and we can make you a working copy from the book, and you can cross stitch these. And she is just so excited about that. So I am totally going to be kitting up 2 things for her from that. I want to do pretty much everything in there as well myself. So, because, you know, I'm Native American. Well, I'm First Nations, which is Canadian Native American, but we just call ourselves something different. So I'm going to be doing that this next week. Stuff may fall into my cart while I'm at 123 Stitch because I don't have a local stitch store. The closest one I know of, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I know there's a Port Angeles, someone from Port Angeles watches. And I got a couple across the water on the mainland. I think Issaquah, and Tacoma are the closest places that have LNSs. So Stitching Bits and Bobs and 123 Stitch are basically where I'm going to have to be ordering stuff. Which doesn't really bug me. Well, I'll try to order from 123 Stitch more often because Stitching Bits and Bobs is a beast to wait for. But, so I don't have a local needle store. I'm going to go crazy when I'm in Canada. I know I'm going to go crazy. I've pretty much accepted that fact that the Mirabilias are all going to fall into my cart or my bag because the store we're going to says it carries Mirabilias. I'm like, okay, I need the mermaids. I need the, or is that Norma Corbett? I want all the witches. I know the new ones came out. What's her name? Oh, Palette PC just ordered it and it's back ordered till March. I want those. I want them all. there's a song somewhere by Veruca Salt. Not Veruca Salt the band, but I'm thinking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Anyway, I saw these on Lizardly, who I watch usually when I'm stitching or when I'm knitting or something, and I just want background noise because she does these weird little narrations where she tries to guess. Right now, she's doing Disney questions. Before, she was answering questions from like top 10 questions to ask people, because she narrates while she videotapes herself stitching. But she had shown these books, and I was like, I want them. Because there's one or two things in here, and so I went to look for them to see if they were expensive or not. And if you go to Amazon, they're like $5 or less. I think it was like $1.98 plus shipping, which was like $3. So it wasn't a big deal to me to purchase them. But I really like the fact that it has like Egyptian stuff, and there's a dragon. The reason I really got this is they have each of the zodiac symbols charted, and the Gemini doesn't suck. It's actually Egyptian, which I really, really like, because I'm a Gemini, and usually it's like it's like a pair of blonde twins holding each other's hands, which really bugs me because I'm not blonde. Nor do I feel like changing their hair color, and quite frankly, they're just two people holding hands. It looks like they could be lovers. So I really loved, they have the whole zodiac charted for this, and I love the Gemini one. So I didn't feel bad getting it. And it's got this gorgeous border, which is actually inside, and borders, and there's wizards and such as well. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't touch in like a million years. The mermaid looks kind of like she's got an issue. Some sort of issue. I don't know what her issue is, but she got an issue. I think that's just because I've looked at too many Mirabilias. There's Vikings. I don't know any Vikings. If I knew Vikings, maybe I'd make them for them. But I basically bought it for the zodiac symbols, and it was totally worth it because it was like $1.97. So that's Fantasy Cross Stitch by Julie Hassler. I got, and I'm just going to do a quick show because I know you guys don't like long podcasts. Well, some of you do, some of you don't. I really don't care what you like. I'm doing what I want. I got Magical Cross Stitch, which I bought, again, it was like $2. And I needed this pattern on the cover here, this Phoenix. I really love this Phoenix. It needed to come be in my life. There are some really lovely ones. Aside from that, there's, where is it? Now, I was kind of peeved because they said it was in good condition, and it is, except for this one where the person has crossed off everything they've done, and that bugs me. But I don't know that I would ever make the Wizard Magic. This is the one that they marked up really bad, so I don't mind, because the ones I want are not screwed up at all. There is, yeah, and this is a good reason to get this book. There's the Fairy Queen, who is very pretty. There she is in her full glory. I like that. I would put that up. I would put that up in my house. There's 3 of them. There's a couple of dragons. I'm not big into dragons. It's not mandatory. The Dark Sorceress, who I love. Probably bring the world down with like one fell swoop. The Phoenix Rising, which is on the front, they made it into a pillow. I wouldn't make it into a pillow, but that's just me. The Earth Goddess. I think they'd be really nice if you did them in panels on one piece. But there's only 3. They didn't do 4. I honestly believe they should have done 4. There's the Tale of Sleeping Beauty as done in like individual blocks. I could see myself doing the spindle one, because there's one with a spinning wheel. I could see myself doing that and like giving it to someone or doing it for someone. And of course the full picture of Sleeping Beauty resting on her, resting, I don't know. There's some Pegasi, if you like flying horses. I don't need flying horses, but I would totally do that just to be ironic. I'm not a hipster, but I feel that I would do that to be ironic. you know, because hipsters do things ironically. I would do it just to be a bit of an just because I'm that kind of person. And I don't know why they put these things in here. Okay, and this is... What is this by? Cross-stitch Myth and Magic, Wizards, Angels, Dragons, Mermaids, Cherubs, Unicorns, and Fairies, because apparently they need everything in one book. Does it say who it's by? Sue Cook, Maria Diaz. Okay, so this is like a compilation, if you will, of various people. There are some, again, I'm really into Zodiac stuff, so when I saw this, I basically knew I needed to buy the book because I love their interpretation. Again, this one's twins have an Egyptian feel to them, and they're not boring. I do like the Zodiac one that Clouds Factory did. I'll probably pick that up at some point. But for... Who did that? It tells me who designed it, too. Celestial Heaven by Sue Cook. And there's Poseidon. There's some dolphins. There's a mermaid who really doesn't do anything for me. The Princess and the Unicorn is kind of cool. That's by Susan Penny. There's some Joan Elliott in here, and I think that's what makes the book so popular. Mary Socket did The Angel. I'm not into angels. Of course, there's some whatchamadoodles, dragons. The Good Fortune. The Goddess of Mercy is the other one that really, yeah, I would have bought this book anyway, just for this. I love her. I love her. She looks calm and zen, and you've got lotus flowers, and I just... That one is getting done pretty dang soon. Frost Fairy by Linda and Roger Garland. Because where I come from, this is basically, 8 months a year. And there's some castles, and there's, of course, the wizard that's on the front, and there's, dragons and stuff. Those don't really turn my head. This is by Teresa Wensler, The Princess and the Dragon. That one I would do. Just because I really enjoy Teresa Wensler. I'll probably pick up some of her stuff. But I really want to kit all those up, like, tomorrow. But I have to finish something first. I have to. I have to. It's mandatory for me. Now. That's basically everything I've been up to this week. Podcasts, watching, stitching, knitting. I went to a fiber thing on Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day, in Tacoma. That was fun. But, yeah, hopefully I have more to report to you next week. Maybe I'll show you some more stash next week. I'll dig it out of my giant thing and show you some of the stuff I'm going to be working on. But thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I respond to all my comments pretty much. I try to. It may take me a day or two, but I try really, really hard. And thank you everyone for the lovely comments and the welcoming I have received. You were all so awesome. And I've loved watching Flosstube for so long that it feels really strange to be conversing with people that I've been watching and who have inspired me to buy books, like the Transylvanian Saxon that was on the Evergreen Needle, or the German Quaker book that was on, I believe her name's Clara? Something B or O, Olivia? I don't know. It was on someone's Flosstube who I'm subscribed to, and I was obsessed with it, and I bought it. You guys are really bad for enabling me, but I'm really enjoying it. And I just wanted to say thank you for the big welcome to the community, and I hope I can be as awesome as everybody else is. See you next week.